welcome back to my channel. This is me, Joy, again with another video. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, thanks for leaving your comments below. In today's video, I just want to talk about something I personally struggled with in my teenage years and in my early 20s, and that is knowing the difference between love and lust. How do you know if you're in love, and how do you know if you're just lusting after someone? So I actually came up with 3 points, and my number 1 point is self-interest. Are you a kind of person who will always put your interest above the person you're in a relationship with? Or is your partner always putting their interests before yours? Then there is something wrong with that relationship. The Bible tells us that for God so loved the world, and he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. God loved us so much that he sacrificed his only Son. So if you're in a relationship where you or your partner or you or your spouse find it very difficult to sacrifice for yourselves, then there is something wrong with that relationship, and it should definitely be checked. And the number 2 point I have is gratification. Love waits. I totally believe that love waits. There is this popular saying or quote that if you love someone, then you have to let them go, and if they come back to you, then they were yours in the first place. But if they don't come back to you, then they were never yours. So I believe that love should wait. If you're in a relationship with someone, for example, and for some reason they have to travel very far from where you are you gonna be able to wait for them, or are you gonna jump right into another relationship and get married? That means you didn't love them in the first place. Or another example is if you're in a relationship with someone and they tell you they want to wait until marriage to have sex, and you're like the opposite, you don't support them in that, then it means you don't love them, you're just lusting after them. Because if you actually love them, then you would wait with them. If you actually love them, you would support them, you would support their decision. You would not go against their will to wait until marriage to have sex. That's my number 2 point. And my number 3 point is obsession. Love doesn't obsess. If you love someone, or if you're going out or dating someone just because of the way they look, just because of the way their hair, their eyes, or their nose is, or just because they're curvy, or just because they're in a certain way, then it means there is something wrong with that relationship. Love looks beyond looks. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally believe that the number 1 thing that attracts people to themselves is, the physical looks. When you look at someone, first you get attracted to the way they look before you start getting to know them and the inner qualities they have, and then you decide if you should continue with a relationship or not. Because I tell you, there's some people who are very beautiful on the outside, but on the inside there's nothing to write home about. The Bible tells us that a God-fearing woman who can find her, she's far above rubies. There are some women out there who are good looking, so good looking on the outside, but they're empty on the inside. So if you're in love with someone just because of how they look, just because of how their body is, then that's vanity. To me, that's vanity, and it's lusting. You're lusting after the person, and you're not really in love with them. I remember growing up, we used to read Mills and Boons. We called it M and B's then. I don't know who read that. If you read Mills and Boons, leave your comments below and let me read your comments. Okay, so we used to read about fairy tales and perfect men who were like blokes, who were really handsome, and some of us stuck with that idea that that is how a perfect relationship should look like. But I tell you, there are men out there who really look like that. Like, they're so handsome, they have like the perfect eyes, the perfect smile, the perfect gait, but when you get to know them, you wouldn't want to be with that kind of person. You wouldn't want to get married to that kind of person, and you would even prefer to get married to someone who's less good looking but have like all the good qualities and is God-fearing. Well, so that's the 3 points I came up with as to knowing the difference between love and lust. I hope you enjoy the video. Leave your comments below, like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.